you often find yourself lacking the necessary energy to follow through with basic daily tasks like cleaning your home or doing the dishes or going to the gym, or even fun activities like meeting your friends for dinner or attending your dance class because you're just too tired? This is something that probably everybody has experienced at some point, except maybe for these people who are just teeming with insane amounts of energy. I'm not one of these people, so I've experienced these times where I just could not get anything done during the day. But because I got really annoyed by that, I figured out ways to fuel myself with energy that lasts till bedtime. So if you can seem to keep a good level of energy throughout the day or already wake up exhausted in the morning, I've got some tips for you that I'm positive are going to help you. I'll start with the most obvious one first, which is to sleep right. Sleep right? What does that even mean? I sleep. Isn't that enough? No. I used to think that when I felt tired, I probably did not sleep enough, even if I already slept like 8 or 9 hours. I thought probably I'm just one of these people who need 10 hours of sleep. And with that, I was wrong. The average adult needs between 7 to 9 hours of sleep every night. And if you regularly sleep less or more than what your body needs, you feel tired during the day. So figure out the perfect amount of sleep you need and try to get that amount every night. And once you figure out the perfect sleep length for you, try to go to bed and to wake up at the same times every day. Because that way your body gets used to these times and automatically knows when to be awake and when to be tired. And that makes it so much easier to fall asleep at night and to wake up in the morning. And also not to be tired during the day because your body knows exactly when it's time for sleeping and when it's time for action. My second tip is to watch what you eat. And you've probably heard this 1,000 times before, but the things we put into our bodies to fuel ourselves is one of the most important factors of our mental and physical well-being, including our energy levels. That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. One of the most effective tips that's good for everybody, yes, also you, is to cut out sugar, or at least to reduce your intake of white sugar as much as possible. But if you're a sweet tooth and don't want to say goodbye to your Tonys and your Ben & Jerry's just yet, start by looking at the ingredients of the processed foods that you eat. Because especially in the US, if you look at the back of your tomato sauce jar or your bread or even your roasted turkey breast, you can see that there's actually a lot of added sugar in a lot of these foods that you thought were healthy and not even supposed to be sweetened. So cut down your sugar intake, or at least try to swap your processed foods with the ones with no added sugar in them. You've probably also heard about the bad reputation of white flour, and the reason for that is that similar to sugar, white flour is a cheap carb that spikes up your blood sugar levels before they crash and you experience food coma. And carbs in general, also the good complex ones, can make us feel tired. So if you feel like you are always groggy after having brown rice or something like that for lunch, maybe try to replace at least some of these carbs with healthy fats or protein like nuts, avocados, or fish, and rather enjoy your carb-heavy meals at dinner time when it's okay for you to be tired afterwards. On top of that, make sure to eat enough plant-based foods so that you can supply your body with all the micronutrients and vitamins it needs to function correctly. And maybe get your blood checked by a doctor to see if you have any deficiency and need to supplement your diet. Also, try to figure out if there's any foods that your body struggles with, for example, some fruit allergy or gluten intolerance, because if you keep eating a food that you think is healthy, but your body actually can't tolerate, that makes you feel tired all the time because it drains a lot of energy. So maybe analyze if there are specific foods after which you feel especially tired. And the easiest nutrition tip to increase your level of energy is to drink enough water. I usually drink about 2 to 3 liters each day, and if I don't, I feel my brain slowing down and my eyes getting heavy pretty quickly. Tip number 3 is to have an energetic mindset. If you tell yourself all the time that you're too tired to get anything done, you're gonna believe that, because what you believe you attract. Our mindset can actually affect so much, including our energy levels. How do you think personal trainers make their money, for example? Because nowadays everybody can find enough workouts online and can train along with the Chloe Tings and the Pamela Rives of the world, but people who can afford it still pay a good amount of money to their personal trainers because they kick their asses. They motivate them. They tell them to keep going even if their abs are already dying. They tell them that they can do it. So the people are actually doing it. My point is, be your own personal trainer when it comes to your energy levels, and keep cheering yourself on to have enough energy to be productive, or to clean your apartment, to work out, and also to meet your friends for dinner at night.
I'm not tired!
Tip number 4 is to reduce your media usage, at least during the day. Because first, sitting on our couch and scrolling through Instagram or watching a few episodes on Netflix puts us in a lazy mood. And second, it feels like we're resting, but it's actually kind of intense on our brain, which drains our energy even more, which we don't want, right? So try to avoid media usage during the day as much as possible. And if you feel like reaching for your phone because your brain is tired from working and you want to distract yourself, do something that actually gives you energy, like taking a short nap,
Power nap,
or going out for a walk, or stretching a little bit, or put some energetic music on and have some water, because sometimes when we feel tired, we are actually just dehydrated. Tip number 5 is to exercise. I know this is not news to you probably, but regularly exercising really does so much to your energy levels, because your body just gets used to that heightened levels of energy that it needs when you work out. So learn to provide you with that energy even when you're not working out. If you're not working out regularly already, find a sport that you actually enjoy doing, because this is very important. If you don't enjoy what you're doing, you're not gonna stick to it. If you, for example, don't like yoga or going to the gym like everybody else does, find something else. Try out dancing, mountain biking, surfing, basketball, or just, running through your streets or along the river near your house, and try to get some exercise every day, even if it's just a small walk around the block, because movement is really important for our sleep quality and also for keeping our energy levels at a steady level throughout the whole day. And if you have troubles motivating yourself to actually exercising every day, get yourself a workout buddy. These were my 5 tips on how to have more energy throughout the day, and even if some of them sound simple and very obvious, my guess is that probably you're not doing all of them, and if you are doing most of them, then really have a look at your food tolerances, because that is so often a reason for people not having enough energy. For me it was, for example, and since I figured out what foods I can tolerate and which foods make me tired, I know exactly what to eat and what not to eat if I want to have a good level of energy throughout the whole day, and that really made a big difference. A lot of the times there's just something like a food intolerance that makes us tired even though we're doing everything else right. I hope these tips help you. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. That really helps the algorithm push up my videos and make my channel grow. And if you like this kind of content, hit subscribe and also ring the bell, and I'll see you in my next video.